Evening guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy healing with Luke. Like, subscribe, comment, share, the usual. Today I want to talk about something different, and to be honest I probably always was going to go there in one of my videos, but it's not changing the narrative at all. I want to talk about football, the club I support, and a particular game, shall we say. But before I do that, I just want to let you guys who have got your Millwall channels, I'm not running alongside you at all. I like what you do and you're good at it, and you do what you do, I do what I do, you know. And you've got Chat with Chaps. Chris, I absolutely love you, mate. I like your content, I like what you do, I like the direction you're going in, and well done for going on your own, because it's not easy, is it? But you got the support, and that's amazing. And Lions TV, Dan, Namaras, Kenny, you know, you all do fantastic. So Zach and TT with the drive home, love watching that, love your content. And Zach, you're an enjoyable watch, mate. You've come on leaps and bounds, and it's good to see. And the fact that your father and son makes it even better, you know. Me and my boy go regular as well, so I know what it means to you too. And no, well done, keep it up, love the content. And that Millwall podcast, you're just as good. I like Mick and the boys, and you know, I'm subscribed to all of you actually, so yeah, long may it continue. But I'm not here to run alongside you, but I was always going to throw a football one in the mix, because that's my go-to, you know. That's one of my biggest distractions actually. And like you guys, I love the club, and I've always got a lot to say about the club anyway, as you notice in some of the comments and whatnot. So yeah, away from that, no, last Tuesday night, that really upset me a lot actually, like it did the rest of you. You know, that was unacceptable. It was taking a piss. Let's not mince the words there. They absolutely took the piss last Tuesday. Yeah, it's a week later. I should have done this video last week, but I didn't, so I'm doing it now. Might be a bit weird after the performance we put in on Saturday, because that was, the contrast in performance was absolutely one extreme to the other. Tuesday being the worst performance I've ever seen in any football match at any standard. Used to play better games skipping school in the park, playing on a Monday afternoon, you know. It's an absolute joke. And then Saturday's second half performance is probably the best I've seen since Mark McGee when we won the league. So yeah, completely one extreme to the other. But no, we got a section of our fan base, you know, that got mental health disorders, and you know, Millwall's their only distraction. We all live and breathe it, don't we? Football, it's like eat, sleep, football, repeat, isn't it? So, but they're on a different level to us. We're distracted. We've got a lot going on, but there's a few guys down there, not just at Millwall, but every club's got them, where it's their only thing they've got. It's their only go-to. It's their only distraction, you know. Yeah, we all pay our way and contribute to the club and everything else, but season tickets, memberships up and down the country, Junior Lions and the like, and Millwall TV subscriptions. But these guys, it really is all they got. You know, I know a few, and it's hard enough for us after Tuesday night, but look how many turned up Saturday. You know, and what was it, 2/3 of them weren't even there. Who was there Saturday weren't even there Tuesday. You know, they watched it on telly at home, but they all got something to say about it, you know. But these guys, they're lonely, you know. It takes an awful lot for them to get up and get out. You know, that's what this channel's all about. You know what it's about if you've watched it before. So I don't know, I just think the club absolutely took the piss out of them people on Tuesday. You know, the players strolling around like they run the show, you know, like they own the gaff. They don't. You really don't. and we was here before you, and we're going to be here after you. But I know you went a long way to redeeming it on Saturday, but it's not Saturday I'm talking about. I'm talking about Tuesday. And I know it's a week late, but it is what it is, and I'm putting it out there now. So, you know, you need humbling. You really do need humbling. A couple of you walking around with a strap. You know, we've got a quality young player at the moment, and while we're talking about football and the effects of mental health, when new players get your turn, it's documented. Your club support you, the fans support you, your agent is probably working twice as hard getting you interviews with the BBC, ITV, Sky TV, Prime, Netflix. You know, you get your documentaries, but you're getting paid for it. You're looked after. You've got people feeling sorry for you, and you know, I feel your pain. I do. I'm not taking a piss out of you, but you're looked after. You've still got people around you. There's fans out there who ain't got anybody. They've got no one. They just turn up on their own, week in, week out. They get a club coach up for the away games. And no one's doing anything for them. Sorry, I don't know what Mill actually do for mental health. I really don't. So I know I haven't done my homework there. But I don't ever see anything advertised. You know, it's well documented. Diverse we're becoming, and you know, equality and etc. We're doing a good job there. It's all over the screens during the game, and you know, and rightly so. I agree with it. I'm all behind it. You know, the club's finally reflecting where it is. It's got a reflection now on South East London, the South East London I know and grew up in. You know, and long may that continue. It's taken a long time for the club to get there, and you know, it didn't happen overnight, but you can see the benefit of it now just through on the footballing side of it, the youth setup. Under 18s and 21s are absolutely flying. The last couple of seasons they've flourished. There's a lot of talent out there, and we're finally attracting that amazing south of the river, that South East London, that South London talent. That the pool of talent is just off the scale. Everybody knows about them. It's well documented. There's documentaries on it. It's on Prime. It's on BBC iPlayer. You know, we got some real talent in this area, and we're finally attracting it. And if you don't think we are attracting it, just look at the under 18s and the under 21s with what they've done in the last couple of seasons. A lot of them are local boys. You know, we're not going far and wide like the rest of the country and the rest of Europe and the world are doing, nicking our kids. You know, we're actually attracting them now. We're competing, and they're in the next couple of years, if they reach their potential, then you know, we'll have our own. Romain Esse, for instance, Massey, you know, they're breaking through. They're showing their worth. So Leahy's been on the bench. You know, we've got a few breaking through now. There's a couple out on loan. You know, we've got one injured. I think he would have been there or thereabouts this season anyway. He certainly would have been giving Brighton a run for his money, Adam Malarkey. You know, so we've got the talent there and it's coming through, but long may it continue. But what are we doing for mental health, Millwall? I don't ever see anything advertised. I really don't. I don't see it. I don't hear it. I can't see it. It's not spoken about. And that's the idea of this channel, is to talk about it, share it, get it out there. It's one of the biggest subject matters we've got at the moment. You know, over 200 mental health disorders. You know, we all know someone going through something. You know, and what's the club doing on it? We do a lot for charity, do an awful lot. We've got one of the best community schemes in the country. You know, and we're a family club. Yes, we are. For those of you who don't believe it, we are. Even got Family Club of the Year a couple of years ago. And yeah, that's for you Charlton fans, you laughing all the time. But no, jokes aside, and what are we doing? Like the community scheme has been running since I was in school. They used to turn up at my school on every Thursday, the first team. You know, it's like, that's not new. That really isn't new. It's good. It's probably better now. You know, you do an awful lot, but I don't ever hear anything about mental health. And we got an element of our fan base that need to feel wanted and part of something. And I just think you do the Dockers Day once a year, which is amazing. I love it. You know, we do a lot of good. Do a lot for charity. You know, but what do we do for mental health, Millwall? What are we doing on mental health? Surely there's got to be something done. I don't know. Do a day a year on mental health. You know, get these people down the club, make them feel part of the family, and you would absolutely change someone's life amazingly. And you got no idea how much it would mean to them, and you got no idea what it takes for them to actually turn up. And they're spending their hard-earned and hard-saved money. They're getting season tickets. They're loyal. You know, rain or shine all the time. Our families will bring. Well, these guys are turning up on their own. You know, we see them every game. You know, the fans make them feel part of it, which we always will do. But the club needs to do a bit more on it. I'm sorry, but I don't see it, I don't hear it. So please share in the comments and put me on a straightener if you have to. Just show me the evidence. I don't see it. You know, so we might have a football team, you know, in the club somewhere for it, but give them a day out, give them a tour of the stadium, let them see the dressing room, let them meet the players, let the players get humbled, because there's a few of you that really do need humbling. You know, your attitude on some of you I don't like at all, but you just need humbling. You need to know what it means to an element of our fan base. It means a lot to all of us, and not just our club, but every club. The fans, it means a lot to us. And yeah, we do eat and live and sleep and breathe it, but this element of fan base I'm talking about, it goes deeper for them. It really does go deeper for them. It cuts deeper as well. Performances like you did against Leyton Orient, you know, it's unacceptable for all of us, and God knows what it must have felt for them. You know, you redeemed on Saturday, but it took till 4 o'clock on Saturday for that to, got 4:15 for it to be half forgiven. You know, I ain't gonna forget it anytime soon. But no, you need to know what it means. These people, they're struggling. They got nothing. They got no go-to. They got no get out. They got no distractions at all. They really haven't. But it's Millwall, or you other fans up and down the country. It's your football clubs, you know. And football's a massive thing in this country. It is absolutely probably the biggest thing in this country. You know, it brings people together. It divides people as well, but you know, the banter's there. But for these people, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. Make them feel part of something. Make them feel alive. Make them feel wanted. Show them that you care. You know, so again, if I've got this wrong, then please share it, but I never see it, and I go enough. You know, so please do something about it, Millwall. Just put it out there. You know, because it's massive at the moment. You know, you loved ones, your family, your friends, you know, colleagues. You know, it's happening all around you. You know, so you know it's happening. You know, we're trying to get rid of this stigma. You know, and help Millwall. You're a championship club. You know, you're out there. You're a big name. I just don't see what you're doing with it, you know, and I think it's time that you did. These fans deserve it, you know. Like I said, you redeemed it on Saturday. You went some way to redeem it, but you know, that was a long time coming. in my opinion. It's been happening for 4 or 5 years now. It's just been unacceptable, and amazingly we've kept our status as a championship club, so you could throw that back in there if you want to. I know what we are, I know where we are, but it doesn't excuse Tuesday's performance. It really doesn't, and I'm not the only one who believes that was the worst performance they've ever seen, and it's been well documented. I think Harris is aware of that as well, you know, so I don't know, as a club I think we can do a lot more for that element of fan base that we've got, who need to feel part of something, you know. And they're loyal, they're extremely loyal, so time to give a little bit back. And yeah, please let me know if we are doing something, but if you are, you're not advertising it very well, you know. So that's my only gripe about my club, is because it's the content that I use, and I've clocked it. And I'll pick up on something that I see on Saturday after the game. Adamo Amaku, I don't know how many of you was watching him doing his lap of honour, but it looked like he was isolated, and not one player went up to him. I watched him from the centre circle, half of the Dockers stand, and then behind the Coblo. I watched him walk that section, and he was on his own. It was half-hearted clapping. He didn't know what to do. He looked like whether he wanted to be there or not, I don't know, but it was animated in his face, and his body language was completely off. He's in his head. He's definitely in his head. And the ridiculous amount of minutes he got as well. I just thought it was unfair for him, but he really does need to. Adamo, you really do need to get out your head. Yeah, because be realistic. You've got to remain there. Have a chat with him, because he went through similar last season. He was knocking on the door and weren't getting the game time. He was impact, looking amazing coming off the bench, but got the 90 minutes and he weren't up to speed. He weren't up to standard. And that's pretty much where you are right now. And to be honest, you've got the potential to be the best player at the club, in my opinion. You've got an awful lot of quality about you. You know what you're doing, you know, and you just need to pick your dummy up and do what Neil wants you to do. You've got to work on your defensive game, you know, and then you'll be all right. But you've got no gripes at the moment about getting in the side, because it ain't going to happen. Romain's come on leaps and bounds, and you can see his performance on Saturday with the defensive part of his game, the off-the-ball work, has come on immensely, you know, and I think he will slot into the number 10, but at the moment he's on the right. You're not going on the right-hand side, and nor is Aziz right now, because he's got an awful lot of work to do from what I've seen. The left, where you always come on, at the moment you can't gripe. Watmore's been outstanding. Top goal scorer and most consistent performer. He's playing out of his skin, you know. And then for Rom to go in the middle, he's got to dislodge Honeyman, and that ain't happening anytime soon, because he's busy. He's a nuisance, but he creates so much space for those around him. He brings players into the game, and he's absolutely doing wonders for Dinor. You know, we had Zian Fleming last season, and it was a waste of time, because it was like 10 men. He'd done no off-the-ball work. He didn't track back. He showed up when he wanted to, if he could be bothered. You know, he kept someone out the side. You know, but we ain't got that this season. And Honeyman's flourishing in it. I think he's been very consistent as well. So, Adamo, pick your dummy up, get out your head, because it's obviously you're in your head. After that lap of honour I see, I have to mention it. So, you know, but Millwall in general, can we do something about mental health? Because I see everything else, and I support it, I back it, I love it, but I don't see anything on mental health. So, on that note, I've said what I needed to say. So, thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy healing with Luke.